so that katana will not reach you. And here's the only sweet boat section in the entire game. Definitely not as fun as a motorcycle. Lots of them tricky platforming sections. There's a trophy if you do make it to the end. Collect that rice ball on the sweet boat. I've only ever managed to do it once. Before this game, which I picked up about a couple weeks ago, I've had no experience with Alex Kidd games. I've just played him frequently on Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Definitely one of my favorite riders to use. And the track here is pretty good as well. Although it's horrendous in Enchanted Castle. Often as well, you gotta watch out for them clouds. The lightning will obviously kill you. Pretty cool sound effect though. They always go in that pattern, so they're not too difficult to dodge. But there are quite a bit of them in the stage. And if you gotta watch out for them fireballs. Pretty challenging platforming if you're not using the petite copter. So just ram the blades up there and you'll be able to make progress. It's not like you can just fly over this guy. No, you have to do some John Ken. John Ken, bye. That was fail on my part. You have to wait a while each time before you send out your hand. Oh, by the way, this is the PlayStation 3 emulated version. Unlike the Sega Vintage Collection, I think it was a part of, like, collection with Super Hang-On and Revenge of Shinobi. I already own those games, so I just spent $5 on the game by itself. It's definitely a decent pickup. This game is aged fairly well. I mean, there are a few designs where it kind of feels like they put random sprites, but the platforming for the most part is pretty well done. You have a variety of gameplay styles. You have a bunch of items to use. Like this one, you'll become invulnerable for a little while, destroying enemies that aren't indestructible. But as for blocks, those are completely out of the question. For like a lot of the items, you have to know when's the right time to use them. You have to know the layouts of the stages so that you end up not wasting them. It's like if you use it here, you'll end up wasting it because you'll have to go through them blocks here. Well, it's not. And that almost killed me there. There is definitely some trial and error to this. We don't have to go this way, but we can to rescue someone. That would be Alex Kidd's sibling. And we have to hit those blocks in the proper order in order to free him. I couldn't remember the pattern at first. So I am stuck in this room for a while. One neat thing about this PlayStation 3 port is that you can be able to save in whichever spot if you're having a very difficult time making it through with just the lives, you can just press select and be able to create save states. And even though we freed him, we're still just gonna leave him there. I mean, I prefer when Let's Players don't, like, abuse save states. But if there's one time I would find they'd perfectly fine, it'd be them John Ken matches, since they are completely luck-based. And after we free that guy, some autograph appears right there, even though we've been in that room and there was nothing there at the time. Just there's so many flame enemies, and all you can do is dodge them. It's not like you can douse them or anything. Take that, Scorpion. Just run and duck to be able to kind of crouch through. Yeah, over there was another one of them items if you miss that thing back in the volcano. So yeah, you don't have to go through more luck base. John Ken Pa. Speaking of which, it's this guy again. We will be refacing these three bozos. Except, even if you defeat him in John Ken Pa, you will end up having to battle them anyways. Which is what it should have been the first time, as opposed to just having to fight these guys the second time, just to change things up a bit. If, of course, these rock, paper, scissors matches have to exist at all. But hey, thanks to some certain item, these rock, paper, scissors sections are tolerable, at least. Three fists to the head, and he is done and over with. Really easy pattern. Just left a rice ball there. And onward we go. I like how you go through this map screen every time you go through a level, so you can be able to see where you are. Pretty innovative back then. This game's quite generous with the currency. You will get a trophy if you buy every single item, which I have yet to accomplish. And that was a ridiculously short level. Just 10-15 seconds of walking to the right, and you already make it to another one of them head bosses. John Ken Pa. While I don't think this game measures up to the level of Super Mario Brothers, this game still has aged pretty well. There's a lot to like about this game. Again, its gameplay styles, the music. It's just a pretty good game overall. And I wish Sega would make another Alex Kidd game. I mean, if Kid Icarus can be brought back and still have over 1 million copies sold of that game, then damn it, Sega can bring Alex Kidd back and have him more popular than ever. This one's a bit trickier, because it moves at a faster pace. Even then, not too difficult. Just always goes in that V pattern. So don't go into the center unless you're ready to pow 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 him. One thing that's kind of neat in the port is that they add some, I forgot what that mode's called, but there are 3 different modes in this game, like John, Ken, Wealth, and being able to go through this level as quickly as possible. It doesn't add a lot of replay value, but still pretty neat. So many options. These ports you can't even play through foreign versions, so you'll be able to change the dialogue. When this game originally came out to the West or whatever, instead of eating a rice ball, Alex eats them hamburgers.